Hey everyone and welcome finally to the new devlog. I know it's been some time since the last one, some time meaning 1 year and 6 months ago. Well, to cut it short, I did not have enough time to manage all ongoing stuff in my life, with the costly need to sleep occasionally. To not go crazy, I had to stop doing what was not completely necessary, and sadly that thing was YouTube. There were many reasons for that, but the main reasons were for one that I had to go full-time on my software developer job. On top of that, my master thesis for some reason did not want to write itself either, so I actually had to do that myself too. Additionally, I married the love of my life this year, which is a dream come true for me, but costs time as well. So I decided to stop doing YouTube videos till I'm done with my master's degree until I sorted everything out. But throughout the time I maintained work on the game. Now with the master thesis done, I'm finally able to work on this YouTube thing again. Which also means that from now on, you're only allowed to address me as Master Franz. And this is where we are, so let's finally get into what happened this year. I'm using it as a versioning tool, so we can easily check what happened with this very simple, easily readable git log command. And needless to say, it's a lot. So I'll split all that into several devlogs till we get to the point at where we currently are. There is exciting stuff coming up, like a dialogue system, dynamic footstep sounds, and a spawn system that is based on terrain materials and much more, so stay tuned. If you want to know how those are implemented and maybe how you can use them yourself, be sure to subscribe and like, you would make my day. Today's topic is gonna be one of the biggest changes, the network changes. When I initially designed the networking, I read up on how companies do dedicated servers and how important server authority is. Whilst doing that, I noticed that I'm gonna be Franz, the master programmer. And which essentially means that I am much smarter than all of those companies, with their countless years of experience and knowledge. Well, as all those coding stories end, I had to redo quite a significant part of my server logic. I noticed that I never really talked about how the servers are structured. There's 4 different types of servers. Let's have a quick look at them. There are login servers that handle login requests and authenticate players. There are menu servers that are responsible to create and delete characters and to send character information to the connected clients. And there are master servers that handle matchmaking and monitoring player counts, and they also monitor server loads. And finally, world servers, which, as the name suggests, are the servers that simulate the world and handle gameplay elements. Well, this is the basic server structure. Now when clients connect, they initially get authenticated by the login server and get their player data initially sent by the menu server. Then, when they want to join the player hub, they connect to the master server, which then forwards the players to the several world servers. Now back to the issue I had back then. All servers were simple standalone server applications that were not contained within Unity, which makes it nearly impossible to use stuff like Unity's physics system for the game, since achieving server authority when the server has no idea what the physics system is kinda difficult. This is not unusual if you do not need any server authority for complex tasks like the physics system. However, if you do need that, which we need for this project, stuff tends to get very complex very quickly. I worked around those issues by creating a voting system. An example would be whenever a player took damage, all players would vote on the damage the player received. This worked for minor events, but for controlling player positions and other tasks, this solution was just not maintainable. So I had to Control-A delete huge parts of my server code and remade it so they are Unity embedded. This seems like a minor change, but took me around 4 months to implement. This change caused many bugs. A lot were pretty funny, like this one. Basically, when a player equipped and unequipped an item with the same ID, the cooldown of those abilities would never run, causing the player to jump around like this or blast projectiles where the only limiting factor was how quick players clicked the buttons. This devlog was one that focused more on background stuff, but the next one is gonna show a new cool system I added to the game. But that said, I'm hyped to be back and to have more time to work on the devlogs and the game. That's it for today, everyone. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and as always, have a great day.